Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Attorney Frank here at Ticket Fit Traffic Ticket Defense. And in this video, I'm going to answer the question, what do you do if you get a Florida speeding ticket? Depending on what kind of speeding ticket you get will determine what actions you need to take. For example, if you're caught speeding 30 miles over the limit or more, those are considered mandatory court appearance tickets, which means you have very limited options. You either go to court yourself if you're comfortable, or you hire a traffic ticket attorney like myself to go to court on your behalf. Now, you are required to attend with those kinds of speeding tickets. If you don't, one of two things will happen. Either the judge will issue what's called a D6 suspension, which is basically an order to suspend your license, or they can actually just automatically find you guilty, give you points, give you the maximum penalty, which can potentially be anywhere from $500 up to $1,000. They can give you the points. They can even give you the traffic school. If you were caught speeding 29 miles over the limit or less, you have three options. You can either pay the ticket, you can pay the ticket and attend traffic school, or you can request a court date and fight your ticket. What's important is that you must do so in 30 days. Now let's get into these three options in a little more detail. So option one is paying the ticket. If you pay the ticket, even though it seems like the most convenient and easiest thing to do, you go online, you put in the ticket number, you pay with a credit card and you're done. That is not the case. By paying the ticket, you are admitting guilt, which results in a conviction on your driving record. That means you're going to get points, and points are not good for two reasons. One, insurance. When you go renew your insurance, the insurance company sees your record and they say, you know what? This person is a risky driver. This person got points. This person was speeding. And they're either going to increase your insurance rates, or depending on your previous history, you may actually get denied. And secondly, if you get too many points on your driving record, that'll result in the suspension of your license, which means you can't drive. If you're caught driving on a suspension, the officer of the police will arrest you because you cannot drive with a suspended license in Florida. Now, you may be thinking maybe in your case, you don't even live in Florida, you're visiting. That is also an issue because if you pay a ticket in Florida, depending on which state you are in, those points may end up transferring over to your home state. Option two is attending traffic school. Now for that one, you're gonna have to pay the entire ticket amount. You're gonna have to find a school online to attend. You register, you pay the course, you do the 4 hours, you mail the certificate to the courthouse, and then what they do is that they withhold the points. They won't issue the points. But the fact that you did traffic school does show up on your record as a traffic school election. And unfortunately, some insurance companies still don't like to see that. And if you end up with another traffic ticket, a hearing officer or a judge will see your history. They'll see that you elected traffic school, and that potentially could be used against you. So really, you should be looking at option number three. Option three is requesting a court date. Now, that option is the only way you can potentially get your speeding ticket dismissed, which means you're not paying the ticket, you're not getting court fees, you're not getting points, traffic school, it's not gonna go on your record. Now, it is your legal right to go to court. You don't need an attorney like myself. You're more than welcome to try this if you're comfortable. You just gotta make sure you're prepared. You're gonna wanna look at the law that the officer alleged you violated. Does it apply to you? Are there any subsections that may need to be on the ticket that weren't? Is the speed measurement device one that is allowed by law? And if when you go to court, you're gonna wanna ask the officer, well, did you bring all the documents? You wanna do some investigation looking at the documents. Is the speed measurement device there? Is everything calibrated correctly? I mean, it's work, but it's something that is doable. Alternatively, you can hire a traffic ticket attorney like myself. I will go to court on your behalf, and in most cases, I can get your speeding ticket either dismissed, meaning no court, no traffic school, no points, or at the very least, I can negotiate with the officer and the judge or the hearing officer and make sure that your fines are limited, that you don't get the points, you don't get the school, and your record remains clean. Now, what's very, very important is that regardless of whether you were speeding 30 miles over the limit or more with a mandatory court case, or you were speeding 29 miles over the limit or less, you cannot simply ignore the ticket. If you ignore a 30 and over ticket, that can result again in the suspension of your license or guilty, points, traffic school, fine. And if you get pulled over a second time and they see that your license is suspended, you're going to jail because you cannot drive with a suspended license. That is a criminal charge in Florida. And if you have a 29 mile over the limit or less ticket, same thing. You have 30 days to answer the ticket, or again, your license will be suspended and so forth. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, leave them below. You can shoot me an email at info@ticketfit.com, or you can give me a call. It's a free consultation, 305-775-3720. Speeding ticket video, done.